see, I just had to make the decision and then I realized, show up. That's great. So good morning. I am Laura Sulash, founder and director of the Cottage School. And I would like to welcome all of you to our end of the school year play. This year, we studied American history and geography. And so based on that, the elementary students wrote the script of the play that you are going to watch today, The Beginning of a Mighty New Nation. So before we start the play, Tony Walsh will say a few words. Thank you, Tony. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the play.
Good morning, everybody. I just was going to say a few words about why we love the school and thanking the teachers for all that they do. I think everyone here probably recognizes how great the school is. You know, we've got such an individualized yet cooperative approach, the experiential learning, but I think this year more than ever, we've realized what a gem the school is and, you know, how it really is just so great for our kids. When my kids found out that I was going to talk today, they asked what I was going to talk about, and so I asked them, what are some of the things that you liked most about school this year? And some of the responses were, you know, all the playtime and that we got to play with our friends in person and that we were allowed to touch each other, which maybe is debatable depending on who you speak to. But I think, you know, the underlying themes there are really connection and security for the kids. And those are things that I think are lacking in a lot of environments this year, and it has been so important for our kids to have that here this year. You know, these are the things that they want most, and these are the things that the Cottage School was really able to provide this year. You know, despite the challenges going on for all, and the burden that was bore by a lot of adults this year. At the Cottage School, the kids didn't have to bear that burden, and were really able to be themselves and you know, enjoy themselves and have their developmental needs met, despite all that's going on with the world. So thank you to the Cottage School and the teachers and their dedication, keeping the kids, you know, here in person and having a wonderful year. We're excited that we still got to come be here to see the play, and really happy to see how it goes. Thank you. Thank you.
Wars of trouble, here we go. 245 years ago, fighting hard and fighting strong. Independence for so long. Arrived in America from Great Britain to escape the king who wouldn't listen. We want to sing a song about the flag, but not too much or we'll give it away. Pay attention so you know. History of America, here we go! All over Britain, accountants on a board that made flour get away from the king. They're trying to get away from their government because they were unsatisfied with the rules put in place. The cargo was on. We are coming to America to get freedom for ourselves. It took 66 harsh days to reach America. We are meeting other people who are helping us to farm, grow food, and live. We love this big new world. Full steam ahead, open up the sails. It took 66 days through strong winds and storms to reach North America. Land ho! Finally land. Now we can get some peace. On a nice calm morning, the British settlers were coming to see the new world. Slowly all the pilgrims stepped out of the boat and onto the land. There were that there were vicious animals there. They didn't know that there are people already inhabiting the land when they started to explore. Lavender blue, dilly dilly, lavender green. When I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen. Call up your men, dilly dilly, send them to work. high structures? What is a structure? Well, you have a lot of things to learn. I thought we don't know anything about your world. You're here now. Wow, is that your house? Yeah, why do you ask? Well, it looks like a bunch of cloth and sticks. That cloth is made, this is a teepee. That cloth is made out of animal skin. Your world is way less fancy than ours. We love nature. Every one of us is a secret one of our earth. In the teepee, there are many items made of natural materials. It appeared to them that they had used these things from their surroundings to build their homes. This was their natural way of living. This is a dream home. Us Native Americans believe that the good dreams last 2 centuries for the sleepers, while the bad dreams get stuck in the web and perish of the night of dawn. Wow. Your world is way less fancy than ours. We love nature. Every one of us is sacred, one of our own. Wait, what do you mean by we? Our family and everyone that lives here. Wait, so you're saying that there's other people living here? Yes, there are many people living here. Dakota went in to get his family and came back soon after. This is Adriel, Victoria, and Yanni. Hi, everybody. My name is John. John is here to farm land. There's big fields around here to farm on the houses. Just one problem. I do not know how to farm. That's no problem. We can teach you. I'll go get my crew. John goes back to the ship to get more men. I can teach you how to grow corn, like corn, beans, and squash. First, we clear a big space, and then we put the seeds in. They walked into the big field. Everyone started breaking up the land. It was soon finished as there were many hands involved. Dig a hole and put the seed in and cover it with dirt. Now we will go to the lake and get some water. They got some buckets and filled them up with water. They were soon back. Now that you have the water, pour a little bit on the spot where you planted your seed. And also water it every day unless it is raining. It'll take 2 months until they are ready and you can eat them. Now for the seeds. We have to go home now. We will continue this lesson another day. Thank you. Bye. Goodbye. thankful for this day. Let's show our gratitude with a song. The earth is good to me, and so I thank the earth for giving me the things I need, the sun and the rain and the apple seeds. The earth is good to me. Yum, yum. The children ate without talking as they were taught at that time. Who wants to dance now? Me! I can go ahead. What on earth? I wonder who that is. Pocahontas, Virgo, and should you go tell Mom? I guess we should. Mother, there's ships coming in shore. You aren't serious. We're right.
These are British ships. We must warn the others.
That night, the children went to bed and had good dreams. The colonists were happy. However, King George of England was not content, allowing the colonists to live on their own. Since England was in debt due to the French and Indian War, he imposed severe taxes on them. The American colonists didn't like that the British paid tax on the tea without their input. So one morning, Jake and the rest of the colonists got word from England setting the taxes.
You are to be taxed on a lot of stuff.
British ships brought thousands of soldiers from England who were to enforce the taxes set forth in Step Act, Sugar Act, and Tea Act. Because of this, tensions continued to build between the American colonists and British, who led to the Boston Massacre and then the Boston Tea Party. At noon, a letter arrived at Jake's house from Britain.
King George is taxing everything. Magazines, newspapers, printed documents, and tea! Taxation without representation. Inconceivable!
You can't do about the taxes. You will pay this tax on tea, whether you like it or not.
There was a rage in Boston, and the colonists were planning to rebel against the tax.
I don't like that British people put a tax on tea. Maybe we should gather a big group of people and let's see what they think.
The colonists went out of their homes and went to tell some people. Some people turned into a lot of people. They went into one house and knocked on the door. The person came out and told them what they had thought. How about we gather a big group of people and dump the tea overboard? They agreed. The mayor held a meeting. On December 16th, a group of 150 people from Boston, Americans, dressed up as Native Americans, boarded the ships and threw tea in the Boston Harbor.
I better shut down the Boston Harbor and send more recruits to take over the ships.
England colonists shut off trade to Boston as punishment for destroying tea, and this united the colonists against England even more. Now the British are moving on to Lexington and Concord to seize the colonists' weapons. The British are coming. The British are coming. We are coming. We are coming. At Lexington, there was no intention to fight, but in the confusion, gunshots went off and some colonists were killed. The first shot was known as a shot heard around the world, which began the war. The British are ready to call on them to capture some seize our weapons and ammunition. So let's destroy our weapons so they can get up and quit. I decided to fire and machine guns. Oh no, we couldn't find any working weapons. What do we do now? The British have headed to Concord for no reason. Over the months, the colonists fought against the British in many small battles. After
Or we need to earn independence soon and free ourselves from the British crown.
Yeah, this bridge nonsense has gone way too far. I'm gonna read a pamphlet on independence. So Thomas Paine goes from Rex to the best times had a whole time. Common sense and pamphlet about independence from the crown and passes out the pamphlet around town. It's a big hit. The next night the men met at the tavern. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 9 green bottles hanging on the wall. 9 green bottles hanging on the wall. 9 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 8 green bottles hanging on the wall. 8 green bottles hanging on the wall. 8 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 7 green bottles hanging on the wall. 7 green bottles hanging on the wall. 7 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 6 green bottles hanging on the wall. 6 green bottles hanging on the wall. 6 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 5 green bottles hanging on the wall. 5 green bottles hanging on the wall. 5 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 4 green bottles hanging on the wall. 4 green bottles hanging on the wall. 4 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 3 green bottles hanging on the wall. 3 green bottles hanging on the wall. 3 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 2 green bottles hanging on the wall. 2 green bottles hanging on the wall. 2 green bottles hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. 1 green bottle hanging on the wall. 1 green bottle hanging on the wall. 1 green bottle hanging on the wall. Take one down, pass it all around. No green bottles hanging on the wall. No green bottles hanging on the wall.
Wow, this pamphlet is pretty neat. I'll have to share it with my customers. Hey, Paul, Tom, Jake, come look at this.
Wow, you're right. I want independence. Wow, you're right. I want independence.
This is cool. It says we should finally break free from those British dogs. It's common sense and awesome too. I like that Paine guy.
So these ideas began to root among the colonists. Then in 1776, Second Continental Congress met in Philadelphia. Five men were selected to put together a document explaining why they should separate from Great Britain. These men were Thomas Jefferson,
I did most of the work.
John Adams. I became the second president of the United States.
I was judging for the Constitutional Convention.
Benjamin Franklin. I discovered that lining is a form of electricity in Robert Livingston.
I built the first steamboat.
Other president attending was Richard Lee. Outside of Independence Hall, people gathered together. They wanted to know what was going on. They peeked into the window. Okay, what are they saying? Okay, what are they saying? I don't know. Move over, please. I can lip read. That's great. On second thought, I was definitely free 10 years ago. So, come on now, let's listen. Does anyone else know how to lip read? No. I have an idea. Since we are separated from Britain, we need to be free and independent to form our own government. America is a pretty nice place.
I
your last successful writing to the king.
Thank you, John. I will get started on it right away.
We should start by saying we don't like the king. We are done.
Okay.
No, we should start writing down the honoring the king.
Okay.
Thomas worked really hard on it at home, and in 17 days it was finished and delivered to the Second Continental Congress on July 4th, 1776.
Finally, I have finished.
What do you mean we have finished? Indeed, it was a group effort. Thomas, don't take all the credit for yourself. After all, all men are created equal.
Yes, and every man will have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And some of the most important history were ratified by Congress in July of 1776.
This is treason!
This was the beginning of the Revolutionary War. Which was heinous.
As the war continued, the Americans were losing hope. Washington was desperate for England. It was a cold, harsh winter and food was scarce. Here we are in Pennsylvania, cold and hungry. I know, but the Hessians are camped across the river in Trenton, New Jersey. We should attack them.
Maybe we should cross the Delaware River and take ice on Christmas night.
What about hippo sharks in our walls? What about hippo sharks in our walls? This is the Delaware River.
This is the Delaware River, not the Atlantic Ocean.
So we're going to the 5 sessions on September 23rd, Christmas night. Let's get our boats in the water. Go down for water.
How long is this boat, sir?
6 feet.
6 feet. Inconceivable. You have 16 people coming on this boat.
We gotta work with what we got. They hop into the boat and cross the river. Other boats carried cannons and weapons. Keep it coming. We're almost there. At about 11 p.m. on Christmas night, General George Washington crosses the half-frozen Delaware River, hoping to surprise a Hessian force at their winter quarters in Trenton, New Jersey. We finally made it, now another 10 miles to the outskirts of Trenton. The roads are now slick with ice and snow. Washington feared that his army would be caught in the open field, contemplating his choices. Washington was seen brooding on a great near fire. Let's go, men. We're going to attack those pistachio Hessians before they help the British even more.
Found it.
We go on 3, 2, 1. Victory or die. The 200, 400 troops split up and invaded the Hessians' camp. There were screams and shouts as Washington men attacked the town of Trenton. You're going to take you prisoners. Only 2 American soldiers died. This was a victory, which turned the morale of the Americans. There are other rounds to follow, and then Yorktown.
I want to hear you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear
see your naval fleet. Yes, sir.
Washington had completely surrendered Fort in Yorktown. There's nothing for the British to do but surrender.
Finally, the British have surrendered and the French are good friends now. Hopefully this will be the last crazy thing that will ever happen in my life.
Hey, George, can you become the leader of our new country? We'd love to have you as our new leader.
Yes, so before we all have a great Secretary John Booth as our leader.
I'll sigh, but I was gonna enjoy the retirement of my home in Mount Vernon.
But please, we need you.
Fine, but instead of an emperor or dictator, I shall be known as a president. This is very important because I don't want the new leader to be a dictator, because that might cause another crazy thing, like another revolution. We should have a two-party government with the presidency. This way, the people could vote on their new leader.
Poor Dad simply made it. When do you start? How about say 1789?
Wunderbar!
So George Washington became the leader of the new nation, the United States of America. British Britain had to give up all of its territories. After just 8 years of being president, George Washington gave up his power and retired to his home in Mount Vernon. While he was president, he established treaties with other countries, created a cabinet, and passed laws. And he said that Americans shouldn't engage in world conflicts.
This was the beginning of a mighty new nation, the powerful United States of America, aka the USA. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or a brag. But should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Winona Candelier. British Soldiers Boys, Thomas Paine, Person 3, and Samuel Adams. Lexi Wells. Satori, Mam, and Richard Henry Lee. Sam Rodriguera. Ruskin, Colonist Gerald, Roger Sherman, Alexander Hamilton, and happy birthday. and Soldier 2. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming to watch the play, and thank you for the audience that is in Zoom watching the play. I think they did a fantastic job, really. So I would like to thank you also all the teachers for this production, because they do so much behind the scenes, and all of you for coming. We are going to now have the kids change into their clothing, and then give them the books in a closest circle in the great hall. You can wait in the parking lot for them to bring them to the park, or you can just, hang around here. They're going to go and get changed first, and then we'll give them the books. And once they have the books, we're going to dismiss them. So you can wait if you want by your car, and then we'll bring them as they are ready. And then we'll meet you in the park for a picnic. Hopefully we won't have any rain, and so the kids can play.